Now next is the dreaded hook. So the hook is what really grabs the reader's attention. There's a thriller writer that says that you want to grab them by the throat and drag them through the story, and you never want to let go until the very end of the story. I think it's probably the same in horror as it is in thriller that way. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Definitely. Whereas with a fantasy or a sci-fi or something like that, you're going to do something that really grabs their attention in the ways of the world that you're building. So you're not necessarily going to grab them by the throat like you would in a thriller, and you're not going to info dump. You're not going to be like, this is my world, this is everything about my world. No, what you're going to do is you're going to give them a little piece of something, a little taste. Like if you have a piece of cheesecake, you're going to want more cheesecake if it's your favorite dessert, right? So if you like this style of dessert or this style of writing, you give them a little taste and they're going to want more. So it's something very intriguing that sets up your story, your world, and your characters. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I just want to add one thing, especially important is to remember that the basis of all hooks is that you want to raise a question in your reader's mind. You want to put something in there that makes them curious about what's going to happen, whether it be at the end of this particular scene or in the middle of the book or at the very end of the book. You want to raise those questions in that first chapter, because when people want answers to questions, they will continue to read on. Another thing to consider with hooks can be anything unique about a character, a setting, a situation, whatever it is. If you can find something that's unique and you can bring it to the reader's attention, you will make them curious, you will make them want to continue reading on. And that's why it's so important to avoid cliches, because when we have cliches, people know how it's going to play out. But if you give them something unique, something they haven't seen a million times before, it makes them curious, it gets them invested.
Absolutely. And your comment was perfect because it also leads us into our next section,